My neighbor was secretly using my water, so I made sure he'd regret it. I live in a capital city in Asia and recently bought a house from old family friends. They had moved abroad years ago and needed cash fast, so I got it for a great price. The house was half renovated and a bit of a mess. There was no main gate, just a padlock on the front door. On my first day, I found someone's bike in the garage. I moved it outside. Later, an angry man knocked on my gate. I watched him through the window. After a while, he left with the bike. The neighborhood wasn't exactly welcoming. For a few days, cars kept blocking my gate. I put up a no parking sign, and that helped. Last week, I noticed the water pressure in my house dropped while I was showering. At the same time, I heard my neighbor's water pump next door start. This neighbor, an old man, rents out 2 floors above his ground-level home. The previous owners told me he was unhappy about selling the house. I got suspicious. The next day, I waited for his pump to turn off. Then I opened a tap and the pressure returned to normal. I was almost sure he was stealing water from my supply. Water is cheap here. My bill is about $5 a month. But it wasn't about money. It was about someone taking what wasn't theirs. I decided to act quietly. I turned off my main water valve. When his pump kicked on again, it kept running because the rooftop tank wasn't filling. Running dry like that damages pumps. That night, I heard shouting from next door. His tenants lost power and water because the pump burned out and fried the wiring. Their complaints led to fines for the landlord and he lost his renters. Now he can't rent until the problems are fixed. A few days later, he came to my gate and asked if I had turned off my water. I told him I had a leak and the plumber needed the water off. He nodded, but I saw he knew the truth. He's moving in with his daughter soon. I'm calling a plumber to check my pipes and make sure nothing sneaky is still happening. No yelling, no threats, just one simple turn of a valve solved the problem.